Today is Valentine's Day 2025. So I got a call this morning at 2 a.m. and I hadn't been feeling well, still fighting against something. And yeah, I was sleeping on the couch and I got a phone call from my mom. Like that's weird. I bet I should pick this one up. And I did. And she was driving on her way to the emergency room with my father in an ambulance in front of her, because he had a heart attack and um, passed out a couple of times. Um, Actually, at the time, we didn't know it was a heart attack. She said that he had passed out a couple of times and he was in the ambulance. I, he was, I guess, at least alive at that time, and he still is. But it wasn't like he died right there to a heart attack. But obviously, she was distraught, and I was woken up from it, and yeah, I mean, 2 a.m. I wasn't really thinking straight, but I'm glad I had the wherewithal this thing. Oh my gosh, my mom's calling me. I should pick this up because it was 2 a.m. and I was I was really, really groggy, and um, I was probably going to ignore whatever was going on my watch. I was buzzing. I thought maybe it was some kind of spam or something. Luckily, I had the, um, you know, wherewithal to pick it up. Um, it was not what I was expecting. No, actually, I think it probably was what I was expecting once I realized my mom was probably important. It's probably better than my first instant reaction because, I mean, obviously it was my mom, so I didn't think it was her. So I figured it was my father, and luckily he wasn't dead. I mean, that's probably more what I was expecting. Um, but obviously, I wasn't expecting good news at 2 a.m. Nobody calls at 2 a.m. for good news. So he's stable. He's in the ICU now instead of the emergency room. They don't really want sick people to go to the hospital, to go visit, which I get. So we got a few of us that are sick in the house, and so probably won't see him at the hospital, but we'll see him this weekend. Hope everything obviously stays stable and he gets to go home soon. Mm. Whew. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. So I think that's still, I might still be in shock about that one, trying to process it a little bit while still having to, work today. Um, yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, right? Last night there were good and bad parts. It's definitely an argument that happened. Could have done without that. Kind of carried on for a while. But the older kids don't have school. I just dropped a little guy off. Seems like he's having fun with his friends. Work's got to happen. Work's got to happen. Still plenty to do there. And yeah, then I'm just got to keep on pushing. There's not much more that I can do than that. So, yeah, I mean, vulnerability, like I'm not sure how to process the whole heart attack thing. He passed out and fell and hit his head. He had a CT scan, so he's bruised up in the face now too. Probably going to have a pacemaker or whatever they find. Which he's in his 80s. It's not unexpected. Hmm. Accountability. I mean, life has to push on, so I'll keep doing what I got to do. Obviously, he's in the hospital and he's being cared for, so that part's good. I'll see him this weekend. I gotta look over some new stuff because things are kind of falling back into old patterns, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm not going to go back to where things were. I know what I got to do. Let's get after it.